Massive razor-sharp talons slam down into the dry dirt as an agile African scrub hare leaps sideways with explosive speed. Thick clouds of red dust, dry grass, and loose fur blast into the air as the ultimate skydiver clashes with the nimble sprinter of the brush. High above the scorching plateau, a shadow plunges out of the clouds at terrifying speed, igniting a heart-pounding battle for survival and freedom. On one side stands the golden eagle, a majestic apex hunter armed with a 6-foot wingspan, blinding dive momentum, and crushing grip force. On the other, the African scrub hare, a master of evasive maneuvering, equipped with oversized ears, powerful hind legs, and lightning-fast reflexes.
Enormous wings beat violently against the earth as loose soil, dry leaves, and gray fur swirl wildly around the grappling opponents.
The intense confrontation rages on for over a full minute, neither animal yielding as high-speed aerial dives meet desperate, zigzagging leaps.
This is no peaceful coexistence. It is a high-voltage, tense standoff between two fiercely independent, solitary wild species. Welcome to the uncompromising wilderness of sub-Saharan Africa, where every single day demands non-stop vigilance and extreme speed. Here, the endless skies are ruled by diving raptors, while the thick scrubland belongs to the lightning-fast ground runners. One sudden high-altitude dive can instantly convert a peaceful morning feed into a chaotic, dust-filled ground battle for life. Watch as these legendary wild creatures showcase their incredible endurance, aerial precision, and swift ground maneuvers. Dust flies higher as the eagle pivots aggressively on the dirt, trying to establish a firm hold against the twisting, powerful hare. The dry brush flattens under their thrashing movements as their intense struggle flares dramatically across the open clearing. Nearby wildlife retreats into the shade as the ground vibrates under heavy wing beats, thumping hind feet, and sharp warning cries. Neither wild creature shows a hint of giving up. Every feather flares and every muscle flexes in a display of untamed spirit. The silence of the open plain gives way to the thudding of heavy feet, sharp thumps, and the rushing wind of sweeping wings. Prepare for an epic journey deep into the heart of the African continent, from high mountain cliffs to hidden brush hollows. Two iconic species, one contested stretch of turf, and a high-stakes rivalry written in swirling dust, fur, and feathers. Let the battle begin. Dawn breaks over the rugged Ethiopian highlands, flooding the vast horizons in glowing shades of copper, soft violet, and gold. Morning dew glides over high-altitude lobelia blossoms and wild thistles, which open their vibrant petals to catch the rising sun. In a crystal-clear mountain stream cascading through the valley, native barbels and trout dart smoothly between granite river stones. A herd of gelada baboons emerges from their steep cliff roosts, their thick manes catching the golden light as they begin foraging along the slope. Massive mountain nyala antelopes tread softly through the damp grass, their white striped coats blending with the native flora.
Brightly colored sunbirds and francolins burst into flight from highland bushes, filling the crisp morning air with a chorus of musical chirps.
High up on a sheer, inaccessible granite cliff face, a female golden eagle sits atop her massive stick-built nest.
She carefully shelters her downy chick, using her broad, dark brown wings to shield it from the biting mountain breeze.
Her mate arrives with fresh green pine twigs, lining their high-altitude home to insulate the nest against the cold ridge winds. The mother eagle feeds her offspring with gentle care, nurturing the young raptor destined to rule the high atmospheric thermals. Once her chick is secure, she launches off the cliff, her broad 6-foot wingspan catching rising warm air currents as she soars. She glides effortlessly over miles of rocky plateau, using her extraordinary eyesight to scan for movement along the dry scrubland far below. Meanwhile, 3 miles away, in a shallow form tucked beneath a dense acacia bush, a solitary female African scrub hare rouses from rest. In the cool shade of her hidden soil hollow, she tenderly grooms her 2 tiny leverets, licking their gray coats clean. She nurses her young with rich milk, keeping them completely silent and motionless beneath the protective thorn canopy. Leaving her leverets safely hidden in the camouflage of the bush, the adult hare steps out onto the open grassland floor alone. She twitches her long, black-tipped ears to detect the faintest sound of predators, her keen senses monitoring the surrounding breeze. Moving with cautious, low-profile hops, she nibbles on fresh grass shoots, tender roots, and fallen acacia pods in complete isolation. Her tawny gray fur provides flawless camouflage against the sun-baked soil and dry grass of her solitary foraging zone. Nearby on the open plain, herds of zebras graze peacefully, unconcerned by the quiet hare moving through the low brush. From this immense altitude, her telescopic vision locks onto the subtle movement of the scrub hare feeding near an open clearing. Folding her wings tight against her body, the golden eagle enters a terrifying, near-vertical dive at over 100 miles per hour. On the ground below, the scrub hare senses a sudden shift in wind pressure and freezes, her large eyes scanning the sky above.
Both independent survivors operate at the absolute peak of their specialized capabilities in this cold, competitive mountain ecosystem.
One commands the upper air with staggering dive velocity, massive talon strength, and high-altitude visual range. The other commands the ground with extreme speed, instant leap acceleration, and unpredictable zigzag evasion techniques. As the afternoon heat builds, dark storm clouds roll over the jagged peaks, casting long, dramatic shadows across the plateau. A cool mountain wind sweeps through the grass, rustling the thorn bushes and kicking up fine dust along the trail. The golden eagle adjusts her dive trajectory with subtle wing micro-adjustments, piercing the air like a targeted missile. On the ground, the scrub hare detects the rushing wind of the descending shadow and prepares her powerful hind legs for a leap. Their separate daily paths collide directly in a wide open clearing where sky domain meets ground territory. Neither animal views the other as an ally or friend. They exist as strict, uncompromising guardians of their survival zones. Up on the cliff nest and deep in the bush form, their respective young rest safely, miles apart from this high-altitude encounter. Sunlight breaks through a gap in the storm clouds, spotlighting both magnificent creatures in brilliant, dramatic contrast. The golden eagle pulls out of her dive at the last split second, slamming her massive talons down where the hare was standing.
The African scrub hare executes a mind-bending sideways leap, launching 3 feet into the air and dodging the strike by inches.
A violent explosion of red dust, dry grass, and gray fur erupts on the ground as the eagle's momentum impacts the earth.
Flaring her massive wings to break her speed, the golden eagle turns aggressively, executing a rapid ground pivot toward her quarry.
Shaking off the dust, the scrub hare thumps her powerful hind feet and bounds in a sharp, zigzag pattern across the clearing. For over a full minute, an intense, non-stop high-speed pursuit rages as dust and loose particles billow into the wind. Gray hair and golden wing feathers scatter across the soil as the eagle makes rapid, low-altitude swoops against the agile runner. The golden eagle uses her massive wingspan to execute sharp banking turns, while the hare uses her low center of gravity to make 180-degree cuts. Neither animal yields an inch. Each demonstrates the ultimate limits of physical agility, reaction speed, and wild survival courage. Rushing wind and thumping hind legs echo across the open plateau as dust continues to billow into the cool afternoon air. After a grueling minute of fierce grappling and evasion, the hare's unpredictable maneuvers create a gap toward a dense thorn thicket.
With one final explosive leap, the African scrub hare dives deep into the impenetrable thorn bush, securing her safety.
On the dusty ground outside, the golden eagle stands tall, shaking the dirt from her mantle and letting out a sharp, alert call.
Without a clear victor, both legendary wild survivors preserve their lives, proving that speed and agility equal power in the wild.
Nature maintains its delicate balance, where mutual respect and survival boundaries are forged through raw capability. If you were thrilled by this heart-pounding high-altitude showdown, make sure to hit that like button right now. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you never miss a wild video. We bring you brand new, heart-pounding wildlife stories and discoveries every single day. Drop a comment below to let us know which impressive wild animal was your favorite today. See you tomorrow for another thrilling adventure into the untamed wild.